Drip, that's water, call that boss. You check my squad and they gon' be a cost. You better be prepared to take a loss. I left my enemies dripping, but it ain't sauce. It ain't sauce, no it ain't sauce. Yeah, enemies dripping, but it ain't sauce. No it ain't sauce, no it ain't sauce. Yeah, enemies dripping, but it ain't sauce. It ain't sauce, it ain't sauce.
Hello people, it's your boy Austin Smitty and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will be reviewing Marvel's animation What If Season 3 show. Now, before we get into it, I hope everyone had a Happy New Year and a Merry, well, let me say it the other way. Had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hope y'all enjoyed yourselves. Hope y'all got some good gifts, spread a couple of joy, spread some joy, and welcomed in a great new year. So, hope you guys did that. Now, let's talk about What If, because I do know that these episodes came out. I totally forgot that these episodes came out like every day. Like they didn't come out week by week. So I totally forgot about that. So I ended up just watching it all in one go, and just finished it yesterday. I didn't do a review yesterday because it was New Year's. It was New Year's Day. I'm still doing stuff, but we're gonna do it today. So I've been hearing some back and forth about what this season was terrible. It was trash. Some people like it, some people hate it. The people that hate it are just haters. I'm here to say that I don't really think it's either. I think What If Season 3 really is just, I don't think it's good or bad. I don't think it's that as good as people say, and I don't think it's as bad as people say. I think with What If Season 3, it really boils down to the fact that these what ifs are not interesting, and they're not, so it is a little bad. But they're not as interesting, or at least they're not the what ifs that we want to see. Like they're not the what ifs that we want to see. And I feel like What If should almost be, for those that know the Twilight Zone, it should kind of be like that. It should kind of be like the Twilight Zone, where you just have a bunch of like random episodes, and though some of these episodes may have the same actors in them at times, but they're still different stories. And no matter which order you watch it in, it's still going to be amazing regardless, for the most part. And I feel like with these what ifs, none of them are really none of the episodes are really as interesting. And clearly they're trying to build up to the ending with like Captain Carter and everything, and the Watcher and him fighting the other Watchers. And clearly that's not what nobody wants. Yeah, that's what no one wants. And I get the push for Captain Carter. I do. It's not it's not that you need to know about her, know the comics, or know stuff about Captain America and all that for you to like her. I just feel like no one really cares enough about her, or she's not as interesting as Marvel wants you to get into for you to just be like, oh, Captain Carter again? Captain Carter again? Like, it was cool the first time in season 1, it was cool. But now that we got to season 3 and you're still trying to push this narrative, it's kind of like, we don't give a shit no more. We just want to see cool, interesting what ifs. And we want different episodes each time. They do not need to connect to build up to something. The only episode we wanted like a continuation of was What If Zombies, because that was very interesting and that was very cool. That was the only continuation. But everything else, we didn't need a big dramatic continuation or big dramatic build up. We don't. And I'm going to be frankly honest with you. As I'm going through, re-looking at all of these episodes, I'm not going to lie. I skipped 2 of them. Because they was just boring. Like, straight up boring, and I just didn't give a shit. Like, frankly, with episode 1, I do not give a shit about Captain America. I do not care about if Hulk fights freaking robots from Pacific Rim, the Avengers version of the Pacific Rim robots. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That's not a what if that comes to my mind. It's just not. Then you got, what is it? What's her name? Agatha. You got Agatha teaming up, being a movie star, and teaming up with one of the guys with the Eternals, but they still have their superpowers, so they are super. Like, I don't give a shit about that. I didn't even like Eternals, so you making a what if episode on that particular person, I'm not going to give a shit at all. Like, really, I think the best episode for me was was episode 3, which was Red Guardian and Winter Soldier. I thought that was actually pretty cool. I actually liked that dynamic. I would kind of like to see that dynamic in live action, or I would probably want a series of that. If anything, that was actually pretty cool. The Howard the Duck episode, I skipped. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got halfway through and I was like, this shit is boring. I'm going to the next episode. I'm sorry. I couldn't even finish. Like, like, this is such an episode. I'm like, what, we don't need it. Like, it's not a what if that we care about. And you did all this somewhat building up to Howard the Duck, and it's like, this is the payoff we get. Like, we don't like. I don't really care about if him and what's her name, what's him and Darcy, like a child, and they like. I don't care about that. I don't. It's not interesting. Episode 5, I think that's also with the That's kind of like with the Eternals again. It was a little interesting with Ironheart in there, and you got to see Mysterio again. That was cool. So that was a little interesting. This was the other episode I skipped. Shang-Chi and Kate Bishop. I don't give a shit. I did not care about them being in the Old West. Like, not at all. Like, that shit was just straight boring. Like, I did not like that. Did not give a shit. Did not care. And then you get to episode 7 and then episode 8, where episode 7 tells us that the Watcher has been taken by the other Watchers, and it's up to Captain Carter and her new band of misfits to help out. And then episode 8 is just a continuation of that. So, and because the Watcher kind of helped out a little bit in episode 6, he kind of just said, he kind of just gave her like a little bit of words of wisdom, and then she just got up. Ironheart got up and fought back. But other than that, he didn't necessarily help. But the point is, he still interfered, and they take him away and capture him, and then it's up to Captain Carter and all of them. But yeah, honestly, out of the 8, I only like 2 episodes. Like, I only really like 2 episodes. I kind of like the Ironheart episode, and then I really like the episode with Red Guardian and Winter Soldier. That was cool. And then they had like a little bit of an Ant-Man somewhat cameo in there. Yeah, but other than that, all the episodes I just don't give a shit about. I don't care. And I know some people are going to complain about, oh, you should like Captain Carter, and all the, but I don't care, and I don't give a shit about her sacrifice. I don't. And then you show me characters at the end like Man Spider, characters like Man Spider. You show me Ghost Rider. You show me all of these cool little concept characters that we should have got what ifs on, and it's like, I would have preferred them. I would have preferred them. I would have really preferred them. And, people made the argument, well, y'all just want the same thing. Like, y'all do a bunch of Batman movies and shit. But I'm like, when people do this, it's like, you comparing this to a popular character to a character that no one really cares about and is not that popular. Like, Captain Carter, no one generally cares about her that much. She's an okay character. I'm going to be honest. She's okay. She's cool. But that's not a character that I care enough about to get a whole dedication to. No. We stick to just the simple what is episodes. And like I said, I only like 2. I thought the other ones were either bleh, or just straight up boring. Like, I'll rank them. So for like episode 1, it's like a 6 out of 10. It's okay. It's a little heartfelt moment between Falcon and Hulk, but it's okay. Episode 2 gets a 3 for me. Like, I just did not give a shit. Did not. Episode 2 just gets a 3 out of 10. Episode 3, I would give like an 8. Like an 8 out of 10. That was pretty good. Episode 4, I didn't fully finish it, but I'm going to just give it like a 3. Like a 3. I did not care about what was going on and was not intrigued at all. Episode 5, I would give like a 7 out of 10. Like a 7 out of 10. I think that was it was okay. It was pretty cool. I liked it. Episode 6 is the same as the Howard the Duck. Like, I just do not care about what is going on here, like, at all. Like, episode 6 is like a 3. Episode 7, yeah, I give it like a 4, 5. Like, it's all right. Like, it's all right. I mean, it's action packed. I will say that, but I didn't really. It's okay. And then episode 8, I'll give like a 6, like a 6. Like, it's cool. It's cool. Had a great kind of cool epic battle, and then you showed me all the cool things we should have got. You know. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much overall the season. I would probably give like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. Season 1, I would give pretty much like an 8, like an 8 out of 10, 8, 9. No, like an 8 out of 10. Season 2, I'll give like a 7, and then season 3, I give like a 5, 6. You see how it's slowly going down from there? Like, yeah, I don't. We need to do better. If there's I don't know if they're doing a season 4. If they do season 4, just ask the audience, ask us, like, what do we want from What Ifs? I know I want more What If zombies for sure, but like, what do we want from What If? You know, like, we want interesting episodes. We don't want like these boring, not so these What Ifs aren't interesting. We don't care about that. And now that Captain Carter is dead, let's move on, please. We don't need no more of that. We don't need no more of that. I get it. She's cool, and she's probably still about to get her Captain Carter movie, possibly by the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So for right now, we don't need no more of her. We're good. We're good. Make some more cool what ifs. What ifs? Like, we give us something new. Give us something new. Not this boring stuff. Or since you showed us all of those things that we could have got, do them now. Do some of them now. Do Man Spider. Do Ghost Rider. Do Ant-Man as Iron Man. Like, do all of that. Like, do all of that cool stuff. You know. But yes, overall, I would give season 3 a 6 out of 10. So, like 5, 6 out of 10. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.